Hello, welcome to another session of Fireside Chats with Mr. Jerome Motes. Today's session, we're going to talk about three different types of people. We're going to talk about that person who watches. We're going to talk about that person who waits. And then we're going to talk about that person who's bold enough to go out and make something happen. So let's first talk about that person who watches. So we got this person that watches. They're watching what their friends do. They watch what their family members do. And they watch how these people are bold enough and have enough courage to go out there and make things happen in their lives. Watch their goals and aspirations come about. And then we have that person who waits. That person who's just like they're in a waiting room in a hospital. While there's an operation going on in the other room, you're in there anticipating, waiting for something to happen. Should I make a move? Is there anything I could do? Is there anyone I could help? But you no longer have to feel that way anymore, because you could be that person that'll go out there and make something happen. But if you sit at that waiting point thinking that something's going to change, nothing's going to change. Because one thing that I learned is that if you stay where you at, you will stay where you at. I'm going to say that again for the listeners out there. If you stay where you at, you will stay where you at. So you have to be bold enough to shift in life, to take a different route. Because the road that you were going on before wasn't taking you to the level and to that point where you're trying to be in your life. So something has to change. So then it's that next person who bold enough to go out there and make something happen. They don't worry about what everyone else is saying. They know sometimes they may fail, but you got to get back up and try again. They know that they have to take that leap of faith, because if they stay at that same place, nothing will never change. So they have to go out there and make a move. So if you're that person out there that's waiting, thinking that something's going to change, nothing's going to change. If you're that person out there that's watching, thinking that something's going to change, nothing's going to change. You need to be that person that's going to step up each and every day and say, I'm going to be bold enough to make something happen. I'm going to be bold enough to change my future. I'm going to be bold enough to change my kids' future. I'm going to be bold enough to change everyone around me, everywhere I go. And so before I conclude tonight, I want to leave you with this quote. And I want you to think about it on a positive level. If on a daily basis you keep your mind stimulated, then every day you'll be motivated. And then everything around you will be elevated, and your whole world will be dominated. And I want you to say that to yourself on a daily basis. And continue to repeat that. If you keep your mind stimulated, then every day you'll be motivated. And then everything around you will be elevated. And your whole world will be dominated. I'm Mr. Jerome Motes. Be blessed.